Welcome, one and all, to another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. I'm your host, Kenshiro. Today, we are talking about video games, but we're also talking about Peacemaker and a bunch of other really fun things going on in the store in genre entertainment. I want to thank you first and foremost for joining us on the show today. We are going to be entertaining you with a lot of great stuff over this next 60 minutes. So buckle up. It's going to be a nice ride. Introduce who's going to be on the show with me today. To the right of me is the great Daidakuji.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you guys.
As understated as always.
Laser beer.
Right, and sitting across from me in the purple and gold, GQ.
He's Vigo! You're like the
buzzing the flies to him. and from remote, we got Fallen Marble. What's going on?
Hello, everybody out there.
Where'd that come from?
I think he did that on purpose.
It's on purpose this time.
Yeah, I knew it. He did it on purpose. That's awesome. Sure. Yeah, that is awesome. And last but not least, King Amrock is in the house. What's up, man?
I am in the house. How you guys doing tonight?
We're good, man. We're good. So, hey, first and foremost, Amrock, I'm going to need you to move to the right a little bit. I mean, either position your camera to the right or something. Just move to the right. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because, camera up on me if you wouldn't mind. If you notice the goal right below my head, what does that say? It says, follow goal has been reached. Thank you, all of you out there, to the Culture Junkie Nation. We've obtained new followers. We've reached our goal. So today we are going to be giving away something from GQ's treasure box. And actually, GQ could tell a little bit more about himself.
It's gonna be something Batman. So you guys are gonna have some, since Batman, in honor of the Batman coming out next week. Cause since Warner Brothers ain't doing no promo for it, you can either pick from like Batman Hush Blu-ray or Gotham by Gaslight Blu-ray, or you can get yourself a Batman graphic novel, Arkham Knight, or you can go Batman Gothic. So you got a couple choices.
So hey man, why don't you be generous and just give it all to him?
I could do that, so I don't know. I'll think about it.
Hey man, you look, guys, if you put GQ in a really, really good mood, he may bestow all of them onto you. But special guest is in the house. Wolverine Solid X is here. It is his birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the man.
50?
No. That's cold. That's cold.
Just joking.
No, that's cold. No, that's really cold. Really cold. So honestly,
first KJ off, Blue Avenger as well, and Conceptual Elixir is also in the house.
What is going on, everybody out there? So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Our Stream Elements store is now open. So we have a lot of cool sound effects, but we're also going to be running our giveaways through there. Bless you. So
sneezes aren't part of the sound effects.
Right. They are not part of the sound. Actually, no, wait. Should we do that Ferris sound effect from when he was playing the sound in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Wolverine Solid X is 40.
He is 40.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
Total young
Other
man.
Steve, what's up as well? And I'm Rock over there with his hilarious emoji.
Right. So if you guys are wondering how you're going to enter the contest, we got a nice little visual aid for you. If you wouldn't mind putting it on me right now, producer, real quick.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm going to sneak away. I'll be back.
Thank you. So right here, the giveaway has been started, and now you see this nice little graphic in the top left corner. It says exactly what to do. Enter, and you could also follow the instructions in the chat as well, and buy your tickets using your junkie creds, which is your points that accrue as you watch us. So one of the things that I will say is that this is open to everybody. Everybody gets one ticket, but you can buy more with 200 junkie creds. So go ahead and spend freely. You have up to 5, and it increases your chances. So let's run the gamut. First of all, we got exciting news from the world of Capcom. Street Fighter 6 was announced yesterday. Producer, has the trailer for us right here. The first thing is the video.
You call that a trailer?
Yeah, we call it a trailer.
It's a teaser.
It's a teaser. Yeah. So producer, you ready with the video? Go ahead, play the video.
Teaser.
What's that?
The image, right?
No, the video. Play the video. Yeah. So we got the video right here. And it shows kind of, the bearded, grizzled, Ryu.
Hot Ryu.
Hot Ryu. The one that all the women be fawning all over and everything.
He got the Akuma
He's wearing shoes.
Yeah,
he got the Akuma slides on.
He really does.
Yeah, Akuma slides, right.
Not only he got that Ben Swallow on, too.
He sure does. Like, he's big as hell. He's swole as hell. But anyway, this 40-second trailer kind of showed off really nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't really show off anything. What's the new character's name? Luke, right?
Luke, yeah.
Luke, okay. So, and then it has this absolutely terrible looking logo, right? So put the camera back up on me if you wouldn't mind. Like the logo is so bad, right? I want to show you the image. So there's a bit of controversy about this image. Wouldn't you know that Capcom, with all this money, Capcom Japan, you know, have a lot of artists at their disposal, right? Why they pull an Adobe stock photo and literally just modify this shit? Like, look at this. The first image is right here. Look at these things side by side. The one on the right is the Adobe stock photo. The one on the left is what Capcom gave to us.
I thought they said that was some Taiwanese company.
No, fuck all that. That's bullshit.
No.
Like, no.
Not that made it. There was a Taiwanese company
that
used that logo. They're
yeah.
not a defunct company, apparently.
Right.
But they use the exact same logo.
Here's the thing. Let's be honest. And again, I obviously have a marketing background, but you have to remember, how many of us are really actually think about the logo when we're playing the game?
None, but it's all about the attractiveness. I mean, you have the Street Fighter logo is great. It's classic.
The Street Fighter 2 one is
Here's the thing.
Street Fighter Alpha's classic.
Here's the thing. I looked at all 6 logos side by side the other day.
Yeah.
Street Fighter's logo changes every single game.
Yeah.
True.
Every single game.
True.
And the other thing is, realistically, it's not like this is a new brand. It's not like they're trying to establish themselves and we gotta put a great logo out there because nobody knows who we. Street Fighter's 35 years old.
I mean,
this is old man logo.
So
right.
we can talk about what they're going to be doing. Like, what is the deeper meaning behind this logo? Because some people are saying that maybe they're going to try and do something different because the whole octagonal shape is supposed to be more like UFC. Maybe they're trying to do something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go that route.
It is like
they're going to Tekken it. I guarantee.
That's a possibility.
That'd be dangerous.
That's the only thing that they can do at this point to compete, because everything that they've done so far, if they give us a classic style game and then give us what they've given us, we're fine. I just want to see it.
I know, I absolutely want to see it. Go ahead, Fallen.
Yeah, I'm just at this point, like, I'm just interested to see, based on this teaser, if they're adopting the RE engine with this game, which would be interesting.
That's definitely what that looks like for sure.
When is it coming out?
That definitely looks like RE engine.
There's absolutely no details. We have 0 details about what
2 more years.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We don't know what's going on, but honestly,
because City is checking in for Moraband.
I have no idea where Moraband is. Like, this man is the most. He's like a traveling monkey. He's like Kwai Kang.
Moraband is.
He's like Bryce.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But right, so you say, all right.
But here's the thing: the logo is a hexagon. Right. It's a Street Fighter 6 sides, sixth game.
Okay, so maybe they're just looking too deep into it, huh? Okay.
Or they're acting as if they cared about logos to this degree before Street Fighter had a really cheesy logo. It's like, come on now. The only one that is an iconic logo that does not ever need to change is Mortal Kombat. That dragon is iconic. It shows up in every single cover. No, it's changed, but what I'm saying is the dragon motif has been in every single Mortal Kombat ever.
Yeah.
Every single one. It's on the box somewhere. And that's fine. But Street Fighter is a font. It's just
they should have kept the font from Street Fighter 2.
But like I said, even Street Fighter 1 and to Street Fighter 2 were 2 different fonts.
No, I mean, I
get it. And then 3 was different, 4 was different, 5 was different.
They were all different, which I do get and can't change the past. Just speaking out loud about it. 2 was iconic, brought the name of Street Fighter. They should have just kept it the same.
Yeah, all right.
That's fine.
So I want to move on. We got plenty of other news. So also in Run the Gamut, the Marines are employing a unique recruitment tool to a lot of young people out there. So, producer, why don't you show this on the screen? It's the next image in the slideshow. The next image in the slideshow is
Street Fighter.
The Marines are using anime to recruit young people.
Who is that?
That is a character that looks very much like Saber from Fate Stay Night.
Oh wow!
And they used her as a recruitment tool, like a recruitment poster, like out there in the wild. You know, at like a fair or something like that, somebody snapped this pic and they're just like, wait, look, the Marines are using Japanese anime in order to recruit new people in there. That's now, hilarious. The response has been pretty positive. Like, a lot of Marines are like, hey, that's really cool, you know, and Marines are really partial to Japan because a lot of us end up stationed over here anyway. So, what do you guys? Would you guys have joined the Marines if you saw this when you were younger?
No. Here's the thing. This goes back to even the You Can Do It, like 1940s rallying call thing with the
Rosie the Riveter?
Yeah, Rosie Riveter and all that. It's like they've always used cartoons and caricatures and all that throughout propaganda.
Even The Simpsons pointed that out. You remember Yvonne Niage, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. So, I mean, it's
like a little song.
Right.
Yeah.
So realistically, all it is just the next step of evolution.
No, this kind of caught my eye, and I thought it was really interesting. So the next thing I wanted to show is Marvel had a pretty nice announcement for us today, and it evokes the Spider-Man No Way Home meme. So we get a picture of the three Spider-Men pointing at one another. Like literally doing the whole triangle. Now, of course, the angle is all off.
Yeah.
Because, we got to see everybody's faces, right?
It's supposed to be more like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more like, So, like, basically putting in a triangle. But, the announcement came with the announcement that Spider-Man No Way Home is finally coming to digital on March 22nd. Huh. Here's the kicker. The 4K Blu-ray and the DVDs are coming 3 weeks later.
Oh,
that's always how it is.
Okay,
really?
Okay, yeah, that's always how it is.
Digital's 3 week lead.
So while the Blu-rays and the 4Ks are loaded with special features like 7 behind-the-scenes features, roundtables featuring the heroes and a roundtable featuring the villains separately. The DVDs will only get 2 of the behind-the-scenes features.
It's not enough space.
Exactly.
Literally, they just get 2 of the behind-the-scenes features, and that's it. Literally, that's it.
That's all they deserve. Who's still using DVDs?
I mean, DVDs are VHSs of this generation.
Exactly.
Now.
Some of those people in Redbox probably, still be using them DVDs.
Redbox has Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
And people,
I didn't know that.
If you have a video game system, you have a Blu-ray player. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I don't care.
Yeah. But speaking of Spider-Man, along with its sibling MCU flick Shang-Chi, the second annual Critics' Choice Super Awards are leading the way in nominations. The Super Awards, if you guys didn't know,
Spider-Man, huh?
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, last year the Critics' Choice Super Awards are the only award show created for the express purpose of finally highlighting, and I quote, the brilliance, creativity, and artistic excellence showcased in genres that, for far too long, have been overlooked by other award shows, and they're absolutely right.
That sounds like the MTV Movie Awards.
It does, but these are the Critics' Choice Awards, so they have a little bit more cachet. Last year's award show saw the Old Guard take home Best Superhero Movie. Maybe you guys remember the Old Guard?
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, that came on Netflix. Charlize Theron.
It was
I
actually
just
pretty
deleted it from my queue.
No, it was actually pretty good.
I watched it already.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. But this year, Spidey and Shang-Chi lead the way with five nominations each, with Tom Holland, Simu Liu, and Tony Leung in Best Actor in a Superhero Movie, and Zendaya and Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress. Willem Dafoe is up for Best Villain.
Hell, fuck yeah!
And who doesn't see him running away with that? Even though he's up against he is up against Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, but I can't in good conscience give.
He only was in one episode of freaking.
Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't matter. People still love him. Oh, and by the way, Zack Snyder's Justice League is also in the running for Best Superhero Movie.
And that's fine. I mean,
Did that come out last year?
It did. Yeah, no.
Man, last year feels like a million years ago.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did.
2021.
Yeah, no, it did. No, it did. But you know what? I was thinking that if you guys out there in the Culture Junkie Nation would like us to do maybe a prognostication show on the awards when it's closer to the date, let us know in the chat and we'll definitely consider that. But final quick hitters: Nier Automata is getting an anime. Finally, the production started on that.
Okay.
Along with Classroom of the Elite after 5 years. Classroom of the Elite is finally getting a second season, and that is Run the Gamut.
All right.
That is.
Let's talk about Peacemaker, the Peacemaker finale, and the show literally in general.
Hold on, just so we can do a check.
Yeah.
The other two panelists from the remote. Have you guys seen
Peacemaker? I know y'all seen it, right? Amrock is holding his fist. Look at him. Look at him. This man is sad. Look at him.
I know Paul said he was waiting for it to be done.
You know what? Maybe he doesn't have HBO. Do you not have HBO Max?
He has a computer.
I do not have HBO Max.
You know what? You're right.
I've been able to watch a bunch of this.
Oh, now see, you ain't got no excuse.
Right, about to say.
You ain't got no excuse. Falling. I know you.
Not that we condone anything, but you do have access to it.
I watched one episode.
All right, whatever. Y'all about to get spoiled.
Well, you can
failures
talk about the
failures.
Your opinion.
Pretty much the finale has already been spoiled for me at this point. So
okay.
I don't really care.
All right,
that's fine. But Peacemaker as a show in general, kind of really took the world by storm A lot of people really enjoyed it. Some people will say, it was, James Gunn, it's quintessential James Gunn, and John Cena, I think, this was a breakout role for him as far as the acting world goes. Like, this is the role he's going to be most known for.
I hate when people say that because wrestling fans know Cena had talent.
No, that's true, but in the acting.
I get it, but it's like, to me, and I think that's always been my issue. Well, yeah, no, he is extremely expressive in his face, but it's like, wrestlers don't get enough credit for the amount of acting they actually do. Now, I'm not saying all of them are great thespians or anything like that, but like wrestlers, I mean, they put on a great show week in and week out, like live in many cases. So it's like, hey, for them to be like, it's a great thing for Cena. It's like, dude, Cena's already been doing his thing, and he's already been entertaining for years. Same thing with The Rock. So it's like, I'm not shocked that Peacemaker was good, because Cena's he's a good actor in his own way.
I think for me, I was a little bit surprised. Well, I shouldn't say surprised, because this is James Gunn. James Gunn is known for being a really good director, really entertaining director, and this definitely was more of the same. Like, it was. I can't quite call it Guardians of the Galaxy, because it
completely.
It wasn't quite that, and it was more. It was definitely more raunchy than Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. But something about the characters, the whole ragtag, band of, miscreants, kind of put together and come together and kind of bond and then accomplish a goal. Yeah, that part was kind of good. So, besides Cena himself, did you guys come away with a character that you guys really liked the most? You guys out there in the chat, let us know too.
I personally liked all the cast. They just seemed to work well together. Quite possibly, I was kind of hoping Mern wasn't, what he was, because I think he would have fit
for more stuff later.
Yeah, for more stuff later, most definitely. But that's not going to happen anymore.
Well, like Mern reminded me of Delroy Lindo's character from I think it was Congo. he was like that South African dictator character that was his past life, but now he's working for the government somehow. That's what he reminded me of for whatever weird reason. But like you said, everybody did well.
Yeah, they did well. Robert Patrick did a little bit too well in his role.
I know, right? He was. I mean, he looked way too comfortable doing a lot of that. A lot of that stuff. I mean, man.
Yeah.
Robert Patrick was. Man, White Dragon. I'm like, dang, okay. All right.
Honestly, I didn't bother looking him up, whether White Dragon had a real past. Like, dude, fucking Judo Master, though.
I like Judo Master, though, because it just worked.
Judo Master, he worked, but he just seemed like just little guy all over you, like, get off of
him in the fucking Cheetos, bro.
Hey, that part was funny, because my man was sitting outside. He was sitting outside the convenience store just munching away, and them dudes was messing with him, and he beat their asses when they came out. And the store clerk was like, that was, dude. Again, it's James Gunn. He's got his style, and it worked, man. And I'm looking forward to season 2 of it for sure. And also Guardians 3. It's sick that it's like Disney made that mistake and fired him for something that was, all the time ago. And it's like, look, man, y'all can't lose him. Yeah. And you can clearly see why. He's done some of the best stuff DC's had in years with just one project.
And did something that...
Well, 2 projects, actually.
It seemed like they could never do at all. It's just bring stuff cross from the movies to TV. Marvel's been having a hard time doing that, like, seriously.
Well, honestly, I think it just took a director with cachet that could really tell them, no, you need to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, it's just going to suck again. Yeah. You kind of just need to let me take the reins. Stop looking over my shoulder. Stop trying to change shit. Stop worrying about how you're going to look, and just let me do what I do.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what he did.
He said, "I know what fans want."
So, exactly. I know what fans want. Yeah, exactly. So, like we said, the giveaway is going on, as you guys can see in the top left corner here.
It was an exclamation point giveaway.
Exclamation point giveaway. If you want to enter, if you you can buy up to 5 tickets using your junkie credits.
Oh, that's right. They got points they can use.
Yes, you got points you can use. So if you want to do that, you can just go ahead and enter exclamation point giveaway and then put the number of tickets that you want to buy. You can buy up to 5. So
how much are the tickets?
The tickets are 200 credits each.
Wow.
And you get 100 credits every 10 minutes. So it really doesn't cost you nothing.
All right. Okay.
So, like I said, you can enter. You do giveaway multiple times. Or you can just enter with a number after giveaway, and it'll buy you more tickets.
Okay. So you man just purchased a ticket. All
yeah,
right.
he did. So you
right.
also can buy some sound effects that we put in there for you. If you want to know what they are, just type in exclamation point stuff, and it'll list them out for you, or exclamation point items, or exclamation point store, and it'll tell you exactly what you can buy.
All right.
So moving right along with Peacemaker, hearing there was going to be a season 2, I was a little surprised. Like I said last week, I was a little surprised, but where they left it off, I'm not sure where they're going to go, but I'm looking forward to it, because especially at the end with Adebayo and Waller. After pretty much, the little press conference that she had, like totally threw her under the bus, and like, you have to wonder, how is Waller really going to even strike back at her?
Yeah.
But it's her daughter. She has a soft spot for her daughter.
I don't think
she does. I think she does. No, even in the comics, she has a soft spot. That's her one soft spot is her children.
Yeah, but her wife ain't her soft spot. That wife might be dead.
That's true.
That wife might get murked next season.
You are right about that. Yep. You are right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
If I was Waller, I'd be like, look, man, you ain't gonna be throwing me under the bus in front of the entire world. Right. There's gonna be some repercussions.
Right. So outside of,
hold on, Wolverine Solid X says Gunn is making another DC show.
He is.
What's he making?
It hasn't been revealed.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't been revealed.
Nice.
But they say he is attached to another DC project. We don't think it.
Man,
they should
have kept that Wonder Twins.
Oh.
On contender for either Booster Gold or Plastic Man.
Dude,
Booster Gold would be hilarious.
You know who Plastic Man? Somebody pointed this out.
Mm-hmm.
That oh gosh, his name just freaking
Andy Samberg.
There you go, Andy Samberg.
He actually would be perfect as Plastic Man.
Yeah,
have to admit.
Okay.
He would be perfect as Plastic Man. Yes. Especially
Peacemaker show versus WandaVision.
Well,
he redeemed suggested poll. Okay.
A poll suggested a poll was okay. Peacemaker versus WandaVision.
All right.
What's a better show? I'll put that up there. So you have to give me a second, and I'll put it up there. But beyond that, what did we think of the little cameo that they had at the end of the
That was very surprising, because I thought the way they made it, it was just going to be like silhouettes, and I thought it was just going to be silhouettes, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to just make silhouettes, but it's like getting big name stars to do something like that.
Yeah, something like
I think
one-off.
It's like probably pulling a lot of teeth, and the only reason the other two weren't there was probably because they don't have a Superman, and I'm not too sure what's going on with Gal Gadot.
Gal's probably just not available. Honestly, just be straight up. She's super busy. Henry Cavill.
They need to keep Henry Cavill.
They need to keep him as Superman for real.
They really
do.
Because if Marvel gets Henry Cavill, they about to freaking shoot him in the stratosphere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Superman should have been in the stratosphere, but
absolutely.
He got this other stuff.
But no, they did a good job with Ezra Miller and my man Momoa. That was cool just to actually see them for real. Like that was that was
He's
cool.
like, fuck you,
He's
Barry.
like, you need to stop with those rumors. He's like, but it's
not a rumor.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, man, I wish they would stop with that rumor. He's like, but it's true, right? He's like, fuck you, Barry. That shit was great.
Hilarious.
That shit was great. But a lot of people are making a lot of bones about saying that, just seeing the silhouette of Henry Cavill means that he is definitely still attached to DC.
Look,
I don't think that was
the
him.
first time they've done it.
It wasn't him. It was a stand-in.
It's not him because they did that Shazam.
Right.
You didn't see. You saw
Right.
everything down.
Exactly.
So
right.
Had they kept Henry Cavill, you would have seen him.
But you know who this is coming from, right?
Don't you dare say we ain't it cool or something?
No.
Got discovered.
This is coming from all the Snyder bots.
Oh, well.
They're the ones that they're all saying that. Oh, look, it's Henry Cavill's silhouette. That means he's still in the DCU.
Gosh, I wish people would just freaking just open up their gosh darn eyes and stop wishful thinking about so much stuff.
All right, who's clicking that mouse that much? Somebody's clicking their mouse a little bit too much.
Sounds like Amarat. Sounds like Amarat.
You can hear that?
Yes, we can. That mic is very, very good.
Christ.
Yeah, we can hear that.
Might have to switch to push to talk or something, man.
Yeah, we might have to do that for him. But overall, Peacemaker, if you guys were to give it a rating, 1 through 10, what would you guys give it?
I give it a solid 7.5, 8. I enjoyed it. You know, each episode as you went was more and more entertaining than the last. Like I said, Cena had a lot of range in this.
He did.
And that's what I think really sold it for me. It was just like, you know, you saw, again, I loved him in the Suicide Squad anyway. You know, even the interaction between him and Idris Elba was hilarious. But then you get to see the character fleshed out more, and it's like, dang, he went through some stuff in his life. It's like, okay, I can respect this character a little bit more. And then, you know, and I also liked how they did Economos at the very end, and he had his moment that just kind of hit you in the heart. It's like, dang, this is what this dude's been carrying through the entire series of just how he feels. So all this, again, and James Gunn is good at that. So it's just like, you know, that he did a really good job with it.
Sure did.
Dido, what do you think?
I think it's like an 8.5.
Good.
And yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed the show. I personally don't have any complaints about it. Like, the actors did their job, like you said. John Cena did show a variety of emotions and range, and being a Peacemaker, they're actually fleshing them out because nobody knows who the heck the Peacemaker is from the comic books. It's one of those old characters DC has that they probably just pulled out because they can. He looks weird and stupid in modern days or whatever, and I think they did a great job. The only thing that I find is hilarious is that people love that opening. I watched the opening twice. First episode, the last episode, and I skipped it.
You can't skip it.
I skipped
you
it.
cannot skip that
I'm gonna
intro.
tell you, the only intro I do not skip, and I guess you guys can try to name it out there. Say it with me now. It's Cowboy Bebop. It's the only opening I will not skip.
I don't know. I thought I liked the intro because everybody looks so awkward in the intro.
Yes!
Like, it's like they looked straight up like they were just trying to remember choreography when they were dancing.
You can't.
I didn't say it was
skip
bad.
No, again, I'm not saying it's bad either.
Skipped it.
But I like the foreshadowing in the intro when he points to the gun and shoots, and the very next frame is his dad.
Oh, wow.
They foreshadowed that from the beginning of the first show.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So
one thing that I oh shit, it just lost me because it's about the intro.
Oh, man brain.
No, it's tired brain, man. I had to get up early. It was my early shift, man. Whatever. Go. Back
all right. So, you know what? The other two from remote obviously have to abstain because they didn't see the whole thing. So I will give my rating. My rating for it, I'll give it a solid 8 as well. I think it was. It was really well done. It had me laughing out loud in a lot of places. But it was just overall, it's just really entertaining. And you know, as far as DC goes, it's one of their better outings that they've had in quite some time. Yeah.
I'm just glad that people all watched it. They didn't fly too much under the radar because Marvel shows were kind of. Hey, gotta watch the week-to-week Marvel show.
it came out
Not
at
Marvel Disney show.
It came out at the right
Star
time.
Wars.
It came out during Book of Boba because Book of Boba had that real slow start. You're just like,
Yeah, man.
Like, man, Peacemaker's like, look, we dropping 3 episodes. Boom, here you go. And then like Book of Boba started picking up again because of Mando showing up.
Yeah.
But by then that was the end of it. So I was like, all right, cool, I can finish off Peacemaker. So I was watching them at the same time, basically.
I just wish we kept up with the show I binged yesterday, which maybe we could talk about in the future once everybody else.
Hitmonkey.
Hitmonkey. I need to check that out.
That deal.
And Cassidius is right though. Eagly was
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that he had Eagly hug him, that was hilarious. He was like, I just saw a man get hugged by an eagle. He's like, that's got to be a sign. She's like, you didn't think it could be a sign to run away?
Right. No. Peacemaker was really good, and we're looking forward to season 2. So obviously we'll cover that when it comes out. But let's start talking about some video games. Obviously, games culture has changed quite a bit. Honestly, over the last few years. I love that song.
There's none of that no more.
Not even close.
But no, but games culture has definitely changed over the years. Some ways positive, some ways not so positive. And it's just how, for the most part, gamers just seem to be negative, like reactionary, like negative. Like even for a game they don't even play.
That's the world in general.
It's just crazy. So let's talk a little bit about game culture. This was something that Dido kind of really wanted to talk about, as we were going over doing show prep as well.
I don't know. A lot of it seems to be the culture has changed a lot because us growing up through the 80s and playing video games when they first popped up, the popular system, like the NES, okay? We played games before the NES, but the NES popping up, and the way you played games, you had the multiplayer, you sat on the couch, you played by yourself, and you may have, competition with your friends and what you call it, but it was never to the point where, like, people online, and this has happened to multiple people, where you playing online with somebody and you whipping their ass or you talking shit, and somebody calls SWAT on you.
Oh yeah, the SWAT.
And have somebody that's like that.
Yeah.
That is got to be like the worst friggin' thing that somebody can do to somebody. That's not even cool. But like the culture of it is just like it's really gone downhill to the point where it's like I don't even care to play multiplayer games anymore with anybody because unless it's multiplayer cooperative, like we were playing friggin' Minecraft Dungeons the other day and we were having a blast, and we met two people that we never played, and me and Preem were playing with them, even though one guy was like level 2,000, and it was difficult playing with him because he was just going through killing everything, and we were just, bro, it's not even. I couldn't even pick up all my loot at the end because he just ended the level. I'm like, all right, you got to go.
Yeah. See, that part I do hate. Like, as I was running into this with Avengers a lot of times, that people were just so focused on the grind.
Yeah,
you just can't. You don't even pick up any loot or anything like that. You just
trying to
zoom through the level. Like zoom through the level. It's like, okay, that's not even fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. But just like the people's mentalities and attitudes where for some video games and communities they still have that where they come together. Fighting game community is one that I knew. Not really in it anymore, but when I was in it, we came together and you played the game and you usually took your frustration. You may have talked a little shit in the game.
Yeah.
It usually didn't flood out of the game. It only happened to me once where I lost my cool, and that was the first Smash Brothers, and I think that's probably why I don't care about Smash Brothers anymore.
Oh, boy.
Like,
Smash will make everybody toxic.
But but after that, I kind of just like, you know what? You play games with people, and you have a good time, and you have camaraderie, but it seems like that culture is just really gone away, and I personally don't understand what happens. I don't know if it's just the culture of people today, because like you're saying, just the way people are acting, not even with the COVID, even before COVID, you had the Karens out there, you had people who were being assholes, but it just seems like
it's exponentially gone up since because of wow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I have lost my cool before, unfortunately.
I think it's gone up only because social media and various outlets have sensationalized it, and now people can get paid for being that dumb. And now, again, once you introduce money into the equation, and you can get money for being a jackass, you see a lot more jackasses pop up. That's unfortunately is life. But again, like you said, we all came from the culture of if we was playing Street Fighter at home by yourself, that's because you was practicing, labbing, trying to get better. So next time we all get together, whipping some ass. That was the whole point. So like we all came from that time frame of there was no online gaming. It was like if you wanted to play with friends, show up. Basically. And now that it's just a fully anonymous thing, or it's just like, you playing for somebody over in, let's say, California or something, man, they going to talk a whole bunch of trash that they would never say to your face easily because, again, they don't know you or whatever. Again, we all talk trash to each other because we know each other. And it's not, nobody means nothing by it. It's just, hey, I'm trying to get in your head so I can win. But, like, when somebody that you've never even met straight up calls you the N-word or whatever it is, it's like, dude.
Yeah, like, bro, like, seriously.
You know you wouldn't do that if we was face-to-face, so why are you doing it now? So
you just said it, because you're not face-to-face.
Yeah, so it's like, it's
keyboard
crazy.
warriors, they're a big thing, You know,
it's. I think there's a reason. That's kind of one of the reasons why like single player games are still like the talk of the town nowadays or whatever. So I mean, with stuff like Ghost of Tsushima, Sony kind of got like more or less kind of has like this single player game thing kind of locked down right now.
Yeah, they do.
And of course they got Horizon sequel that just came out. Everybody's talking about that.
Yeah, which we'll be talking about later.
Whatnot. So, but I definitely have to agree. It's very different from back in the day where, we had, our multiplayer was couch co-op. And
I think I missed that the most. Couch co-op.
I do, and like because like it could be fun. It could be a little frustrating when like you're not doing very well because I've definitely had my headaches or whatever trying to play multiplayer 007 back in the day.
Oh goodness.
009. We should do a remake of, by the way.
Yeah.
Facility with power weapons. Let's just say that.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Nah, my hated thing was proximity mines. I hated proximity mines because they were so annoying. Because you be running around. Next thing you know, boom, it. It's like, come on, man. Yeah. How about you, Amarak?
Especially like when you play long enough, you know where all the spawn spots are.
Yeah, they would just have a proximity mine waiting at your spawn spot.
You check out the spawn spots and then figure out which characters gave you advantage. That's why you pick the short one.
Oh yeah, our job was banned. Skip that, dude.
Yes, our job.
Short dude. Our job was made short in the game.
Oh yeah, why am I thinking of the other dude? That was
his hitbox was waist down. It was great.
Yeah. No, our job is from Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Wait, who am I thinking of? The man with the golden gun had the little short dude in it.
Yeah, that character wasn't in the game.
Oh, okay.
But our job was made short for some reason, even though the dude that played him was a big dude.
Because at first, the shortest person that was in Bond is the plane
plane guy.
Fantasy Island, yeah, absolutely. But he was never a character.
Was he in Bond?
Yes.
Yeah,
he was a
man with the golden gun.
No, man with the golden gun.
Yeah, he was Scaramanga's
man with the golden gun. Yeah,
servant or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they had the tall dude, Baron Samedi from Live and Let Die, was also in the game too. So he was the tallest character in the game.
Yeah.
But nobody ever played him because he was a huge hitbox.
See, I didn't play GoldenEye like that with you guys because I just, for whatever reason, first-person shooters on a Nintendo 64 made me sick. I could not do it.
And that's fair.
I mean, Doom 64, I rented that one, GoldenEye, and I tried it. I'm just like, oh.
That's okay. We had plenty of
how about you, Amarak?
late night funs, for you. I'm sure you had fun watching us. Wait, no, you couldn't even watch us do it.
No, I could watch it when it's the 4 players. It didn't bother me. And when Halo came out, that's when
this topic is like right up his area, and Amarak is like totally quiet. Like, what's going on? Man?
He didn't play video games when he was younger. Better not tell that lie.
Yes, I did.
I mean, I played a lot more single player games growing up. Like the couch co-op days weren't until like WrestleMania 2000 and stuff like that when it got like real heavy,
That's fair.
No, that's fine. It was just too bad, honestly, though.
Mutant Academy 2 once,
Yeah, Mutant Academy. I remember that game. That game was a trip.
Amarak had a slinky once, but he straight did. Pre-made shit. Pre-made shit. But no. So, but we got a lot. We got a few other things to get to because we're starting to run over. But so let me hit you with this.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
So, one of the things I wanted to tell you guys about is, well, we're talking about games and we're doing a games recap. And one of the things that came out this week, actually this past week, was King of Fighters 15. And it was actually, if you saw on a social media, that was one of the image of Kyo with his burning fist. But GQ has been a long time player of the SN fighting games, just like kind of all of us in here. But he actually bought KOF 15. So producer, if you wouldn't mind queuing up that video, KOF 15. And then just briefly talk about kind of your experience with it.
Yeah, once the video gets started, I'll let y'all know.
No, I mean you can start because it's gonna take a little bit of time.
That's fair.
Yeah,
but no, straight up, like King of Fighters has always been a fun game. For me, the last great one was King of Fighters 13. Honestly, hand-drawn sprites and all that other good stuff. Way too expensive to do now. So they switched to 3D models in King of Fighters 14, and then they carried that over also into 15. 15
You ready?
looks good. Oh, you got it? There we go. Yeah, 15, as you can see, looks good. The problem I had with it right off bat, because I got the Omega Edition for PS5, which is like...
It looks like it moves weird, though.
It moves a little bit weird, only because it's that... I don't know. I mean, it's 60 frames, so I mean, it's...
Is it? It almost looked like 25 in a way.
Nah, it moves right and everything.
No way.
Yeah, the issue is... Here's the issue I had initially. Well, like, when I first got it, the only thing you could do was training mode because it had to install. Now we're thinking like, okay, that's fine, whatever, you got to install. Now, and Dido and I were talking about this before the show. The problem with the installs on the new systems is, yes, they have blazing fast SSDs in them. The problem is they're limited if you're installing off of disk, because the disk only only spins so fast. So you can have the craziest writing speed, but if the thing that's sending you your information only goes so fast, you're stuck at that speed. So the install on that is like a little bit over an hour before you can actually play any of the other modes. I'm like, that's really dumb.
I mean,
but
yeah.
So and again, the gameplay itself is good. Like I said, I much prefer how King of Fighters 13 looked, but I get it that's way too expensive to keep doing hand drawn. But all in all, it's been fun.
They didn't have to necessarily do hand drawn. I mean, they could have done cell shaded, just like what is Atlas does for Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball
but
Fighters.
think about how many characters they
didn't
have,
want to follow
though.
the trope, though.
Because how many characters are in Guilty Gear? About
because
20.
too many games do it already.
So
like they don't King of Fighters doesn't look. King of Fighters has always kind of prided itself on kind of standing out, which is like one of the reasons why like 12 and 13 look the way that they do, even though it's like way more expensive.
Yeah,
but it's just like obviously when they came back with 14, they had already like recovered from bankruptcy, getting reacquired. Whatever. So they definitely were not working with the budget they once had, which is why 14 was the way it was. Now, granted, the game wound up being pretty solid and obviously successful enough that we got another one. So personally, I'm actually really glad to see that SNK is still in it making games. And I think like as far as this goes, it does like it's a 3D game, but at the very least, it doesn't quite feel like the old games, but it still feels like King of Fighters, though. Like,
I mean, I guess
there.
I guess maybe we're a little bit spoiled by Street Fighter 5 because
I think this looks better in Street Fighter 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's not fair. Street Fighter 5 is kind of almost 10 years old, but still, it's just I don't know about that. Something about this one feels off. But I did want to ask GQ because you also had Samurai Showdown. Like, what do you think of this compared to Samurai Showdown?
This is Samurai Showdown's fun, but it was like Samurai Showdown felt like it was a couple steps back. It looked good, but like as far as features and whatnot, that mug seemed very bare.
It played like the Samurai Showdown of old.
Yeah,
and the arcade, literally just the arcade, right?
And I have no problem with that in that regard, as far as if that's where they want to go with.
There's your dude.
Yeah, Yori is my character. But no, it's like Samurai Showdown, just in a sense, from a presentation standpoint, just felt like, okay, this game is something that we would have got like in the mid 2000s,
right?
So, and again, it is what it is on that. But no, King of Fighters 15 is solid. It's just, I don't know. We have to spend some more time with it. I need to play it with an arcade stick, though.
All right, producer, if you wouldn't mind queuing up the next video.
I just wish it was named after the years still.
Oh, well.
I mean,
that's probably why they went broke.
Trying to get one out every single year.
I mean, it would have been confusing if they did after the year now, because now it would be King of Fighters 22. But this isn't really the 22nd King of Fighters, but it's just year 22. You know what I mean? It was
it's not like the one in 90, King of Fighter 94. It's like, what about the 1 through 90?
Because they did a lot of like basically like all-star repackages of games like in between the years. That's why.
It was the first game that came out with like seasons.
Yeah. So
well, not even just that though.
Like
they were just a bunch of reused assets. In
they
were in a lot of situations.
They were. I mean, they had. I wouldn't say they were ever really innovative, but they were still kind of fun.
They started to redraw a little bit later.
Oh no,
yeah, 4, 5, and 6.
Their move sets were almost always the same.
Always the same.
So it's like, you tweaked the look.
Yeah.
But a lot of the move sets were carried over.
Yeah.
Maybe added a move here or there.
Yep.
But that's why they were able to crank them out year after year.
Yeah. Garo is still like one of the best that SNK has ever put out. All right, so another game that came out last week to a little bit of controversy, obviously, was Horizon Forbidden West. I have not played the Horizon series at all.
It looks great.
Visually, it always looks fantastic, and this one actually is no different. It's met with a little bit of controversy because I guess some people are real sensitive out there. You can give Aloy a beard if you want to, and we're not talking like a little bitty scruff. You can give her like a big beard, like a big old man beard. Huh?
Is she supposed to be like a not an elf? What are the things in Lord of the Rings that women have beards too?
Dwarf.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a dwarf.
No.
Okay, so.
No. It's something about they're trying to be gender inclusive, and not be so specific in just casting her. If you wanted to play her as a trans woman, or something like that.
Here's the thing. And I hate to be harsh, but who cares? It's an option. It's not that they force you to be like, hey, chapter 5, she about to grow a full-on beard. You playing with her beard this whole chapter.
Well,
it's an option.
Well, you know how some people are. You know how some people are.
Yeah.
But no, like I was saying, Horizon is also very good because it's one of those rare video games that have gotten the pigmentation of black people's skin correct. Like this game, the black people in this game look like real black people. Like good. From their skin
lips.
No. From their skin textures to their hair textures, it looks
this does
very
look really good.
Yeah, like
damn it! Now you're gonna make me go out and buy another game.
You got plenty of disposable income. What you crying about?
I'm holding out. I want to play as much as I'm holding out.
It's gorgeous and it plays very well.
And it probably does. But being the fact that you've already stated you haven't played the first one, and if you own the first one, if you don't, it's really inexpensive. By the time you get around to playing the first one and completing it, that one will be.
But no, that's what I'm saying. I can just go get the first one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I can just go get the first one.
Because I bought the first one, I found it cheap, and I installed it to my PlayStation 5 with the intent on playing it, but I haven't finished Spider-Man, and I haven't finished God of War yet.
So let me ask you this then, Dido. Is it going to get to the point where Horizon ends up like your whole debacle with Uncharted a few days ago? Or yesterday?
I hope not.
Installing it to his PS6.
Right. Exactly.
I hope not, because I still got, that's right, because I got to beat, I played and beat Uncharted 1, okay? Leave me alone. But I haven't done 2, 3, 4, and whatever that other one is called.
The other Steve's calls a
Lost
robot
Legacy.
dinosaur Skyrim. That's hilarious.
All right, so
now I got to finish Miles. I don't even have Miles. I just got the regular PS4 vanilla Spider-Man with the extra. And I want the one with Miles, but
you gotta play that. All right, producer, next video. But honestly, Takeem is in the chat. He's saying, Horizon is great. I don't know what other games you guys have been keeping up with out there that you kind of want to see. Obviously, you guys, if you've been watching the Twitch channel, you see me playing Sifu. You've seen some other Twitch channels are playing Lost Ark. I guess is a new game. What is Lost Ark, or what's the big deal with Lost Ark? Because Lost Ark is like a Diablo. Thank you. We'll get to that in a second. But what is Lost Ark, and why should I care?
Diablo.
It looked like a Diablo. It looked like a dungeon crawler.
just play Minecraft.
Well, here's the thing. It's a click to move.
I'm out
has
already.
Controller support.
I'm out already. It's a click to move. I'm out already.
But
wait, controller support
with controller
it's
support.
Weird.
It's
hold
weird.
on. What system is this on?
PC, PS4, PS5.
Well,
so first of all, with it being on PS4 and PS5, controller support sounds like an afterthought. It's like we're gonna port this out. Dang. Consoles have controllers,
the mouse cursor with the right stick.
Oh, I hate it already.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh no, I hate it already.
Okay, so Takeem said it's a photo mode option. The beard thing that they were just trying to downplay because of the haters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Again, I look at it this way, man. If it's an option, why are you complaining about it?
Right.
If it was something that was forced in and didn't match the story or whatever, say your piece. It's still not your game in the sense of you didn't have anything to do with the making of it. But if it's an option, and you're complaining,
you gotta use it.
Go sit down somewhere. Have several seats.
The other Steve is playing. Lost Ark right now.
Okay.
I guess he. I would love to hear what he thinks about it as well.
Yeah.
but just from looking at it, I know a lot of people made a lot of things about Lost Ark, but a lot of people made a lot of things about this other game, Elden Ring, which literally is coming out this week.
Okay.
This week on Friday. Like Elden Ring. Go ahead and play the video, please, producer.
It's just another Souls-like.
It's a Souls-like game, but it's supposed to be open world? Is Souls not open world?
I don't know about Souls, but Bloodborne, which I did play, is
level based?
No, there's no levels on it, but there are bosses that you have to beat the boss and move forward, but you can move around, no loading to any part of the Yharnam, the city of Yharnam, at any time you want to. As long as you get to a spot and there's a boss, you got to beat that boss to move forward.
Wow. Yharnam said Elden Ring got a 10 on IGN.
It did get a 10 on IGN.
Yeah, but it definitely looks like a Souls-based where it's going to be hard. It's all get out.
Right. And I just love the scale of the dragons and
you can ride on a horse, though. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing looked like it had a crazy collector's edition that I'm sure is sold out by now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still collect. What do you collect though? Instead of you collect rings, instead of collecting souls.
I think you're supposed to be trying to do something to find the fabled Elden Ring.
But that's the thing I liked, because when in the other games, the Souls games, Bloodborne, when you die, you lost your currency.
Yeah.
You had to go back and pick it up. If you died before you could pick it up, you had to start all over again. What is it? And I didn't play not Sekiro. What was the other one that came out? Is it Sekiro? I think that was made by From Software.
Souls die twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sekiro was that, and then Neo, which was Koei Tecmo.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, all the other ones that came out, like, was it Code Vein, which is like an anime version of Souls.
Oh, really? I bought Code Vein, but I haven't played it.
Oh, where have I heard that?
Oh, gosh.
Neither have I.
Gosh.
Code Vein
That's our running theme at this point. Yeah, I got it.
Exactly.
I haven't played it yet.
You're right. Yeah. No, that's literally been his running theme for over a decade.
Way too long.
Way too long. But no, the other C says concerning Lost Ark, he says it's Diablo MMO, but you feel powerful playing this game. I just did a fight where it was me versus an army. That sounds pretty interesting. Nice. I just can't get past the whole click
I used to do that in Assassin's Creed though.
Yeah,
the original Assassin's Creed 2, I think it was, was like, because Ezio was way better than Altair. But in Assassin's Creed 2, like after I beat the game, I was just running around town like picking fights with as many guards as I could find, just so I could see just getting a mob after you. Like that game was fun.
Yeah.
I need to go back and play that
it's
again.
like Diablo, because Diablo was point to click, if I remember correctly. You used to point where to walk with the mouse, and then you clicked on the enemies you wanted to fight and all that other stuff. So playing with a mouse and keyboard, if you like Diablo, it wouldn't be too far off of that.
No, I get that, but like I said, I like playing games that's why I liked Final Fantasy VII Remake so much, because it was like I'm doing all this stuff. Yes, granted, I'm still picking spells and doing it, but I'm not waiting my turn to attack.
Yes.
I'm going in, running around, attacking.
I don't think you're
it's got an active time battle.
Diablo,
I don't know. And again, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying those type of games always took me out of it in the sense of.
No, I agree.
It's like I don't want to wait my turn in this fight. I want to fight.
That's what stopped me from playing RPGs so far up until, NES RPGs, Genesis RPGs probably would have played them if they were more advertised. But for Super Nintendo, that's when I guess I got into RPGs. It just stopped bothering me, I guess, for whatever reason.
Well, probably because
was my intro to MMOs. Like I played that
Which
game
one, Fantasy
way
Star
too
Online?
much.
Yeah, I played the shit out of Fantasy Star Online.
Yeah, you did.
I'm mad I don't have that memory card with my character. Now, I might even deleted it because I was like, I can't play online
why don't you play
anymore.
Fantasy Star Online?
Did you have your character around when they were doing the dupe code and just got like super powerful?
Probably, but I wasn't doing that, man. I was actually playing through. But I did download Blue something for PC a few years ago, and you could play Phantasy Star Online. Of course, I had to create another character, and Sega didn't have their servers up. But you actually, if you knew how to finagle, you could log into one of their servers on the Dreamcast and play Phantasy Star Online again if you had a broadband adapter, which I do.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
but you couldn't see people. You could be on the same server, but you couldn't see certain people because certain aspects weren't in that game, so you couldn't even see it. So it was like, why bother?
All right, so is the giveaway still going on?
The giveaway is still going on, and people have not. If you've only bought one ticket, you can buy more. Just enter the name ! Giveaway and the number of tickets that you want to buy, and you can buy more tickets. Or you can just do use your points ticket, that's they're all point based. So the other Steve has plenty of tickets, so he probably might steal this from y'all. So don't let him get it all in. No, don't let him get it all in.
It's free.
Yeah,
wow.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
he says it's not turn based.
Yeah, yeah. So all right, y'all. So the power is yours. We're gonna go ahead and let you guys. Giveaway 99 Preem. I don't think you can get that many. It's a limit to 5. It's a limit to 5. But the power is yours, everybody. Let's talk about what you want to talk about. I know we ran over. Sorry about that, but
we'll extend it a little bit for you. Make up for last week.
And also obviously the stage is not open yet, but we will hop in there, and if you guys want to join the show and say your piece, come on in.
What up, though, Hando?
What up, though, Hando Omega? Yes, you did. You get in time for the power. Yes, you did. So I'm trying to think what else is out there.
Game wise. That's kind of the problem with this generation of gaming, because of the fact that the install base on both systems.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Xbox and Microsoft are in a different situation because, again, you just need the game in the PC and you can play. You don't have to necessarily have the next gen system.
Right.
But Sony's in a weird spot where, yes, they're bringing out their stuff, but it's not as hype as it is when you normally have a giant install base and they're bringing out stuff left and right. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of stuff coming out for the PS5 at this point. There might be stuff, but it's like, because even when I went into GameStop when I got mine, it was just looking at the shelf. I'm like, what are these shovelware titles? It's like, 'cause they had a couple of $14 titles, and I'm just like, I'm not playing these games. Like, these games look boring and dumb and just.
Crackdown 3 is $4 at Walmart right now.
Wow.
For Xbox One.
I don't think anyone liked that game, so there's.
I don't think anybody did. I passed on it too, and I was like, $4.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm probably not gonna
back
play.
In the day,
it.
That would have been an insta buy just to have it.
Is anybody in the stage for us to bring on the show with us?
So the stage is set. Nobody's in the stage just yet.
Okay.
All right. Well,
but you missed the teaser,
about the,
and we talked about Luke a little bit. He's a new farting character who they're trying to make the new Ryu. He's supposed to be the new.
I was just gonna ask. So
Street Fighter.
You play Street Fighter. I haven't played Street Fighter in a while. So what's the deal with Luke? Like, is Luke a good
he's
character?
a character his dad apparently saved a bunch of people at a mall bombing. But his dad got killed in the bombing, so Luke joins the military, gets taken under Guile's wing for a little while.
Oh yeah,
and then I don't know. I mean, again, they're saying he's the new. He's basically the future of Street Fighter. So they're vague about that though, because people are trying to think that he's more of an MMA type of character. But I'm like, I can't see Street Fighter suddenly abandoning fireballs and all the stuff they've been doing to go MMA.
It reminds me a lot.
Now I saw some people saying, or at least one person, on social media was saying that maybe the logo change is going to precipitate them changing the way Street Fighter plays. Instead of it being literally on a linear 2D plane, they'll actually introduce 3D elements back into it. Now I'm just like, no, they tried that once already. And yeah, Tekken did it pretty successfully with Akuma. Could Street Fighter branch out, or would you want Street Fighter
I think they
branch
should
out and do that?
100% my honest opinion, because look, you can only do the same thing so much. If you do not innovate, people are going to be like, why? Excuse me. There will be people that still play it and still complain about it, because I heard people complaining about Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, and yet it's still tournament level. So people apparently didn't abandon it. So they will probably still play stuff that's innovative, but you'll hear probably more complaints. My honest opinion, they should innovate. And if you said Tekken was able to put a Street Fighter-like character in it and it still plays well, why not?
Here's the only problem, though, and this is why I think it could work, but here's why Akuma and Geese work in Tekken. They're technically the only two characters that play the way they play. They still, even though they're both, obviously from 2D games, they have a lot of that 2D feel to their 3D play. Now, here's the issue. If everybody plays the way they play, it's going to be weird, because, the main thing about Akuma and Geese and Tekken, They throw a fireball, you just sidestep it. You never really have to deal with their fireball unless they're like right on top of you. And it's just like you got to think about Street Fighter. Street Fighter is Fireball Wars and all that other stuff. It's gonna get weird if you suddenly negate everything that makes Street Fighter for every single character. And I think that's where they're gonna have to figure out what that balance is gonna be if they go that route.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it just might have to change the game in that aspect because take Mortal Kombat for instance. Mortal Kombat was the competitor Street Fighter, of course, and they had the fireballs and all that other stuff. But if you watch people playing Mortal Kombat now, it's only used in combos. You don't really see people just throw them out at all. Like when I watch Sub-Zero, even though it's few Sub-Zero players, rarely do they throw out stuff to freeze somebody.
No, absolutely. No,
like
Mortal Kombat is definitely different in that respect because it's become super heavy combo based.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead, Fallen.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I agree with you to an extent, but see, NetherRealm has kind of had an issue in that regard since the first Injustice. Like, they've had a zoning problem for quite a while, and they still have yet to fix it, because even Mortal Kombat 11 is, like, riddled with that problem. And it's just, like, it's just one of those things where it's just, like, it helped them to return to form from, you know, going back linear from where, you know, the abysmal 3D days. You guys remember
the PlayStation 2 one? What you talking about?
That and of course Mortal Kombat 4. Remember those?
In the arcade 4 was terrible.
But I mean, if they wanted to go that route with Street Fighter, if they found a way to make it, to implement it, and it doesn't like take away the feel of it or whatever, I'm down for it, because it's not to say that the last time they did it, it didn't necessarily work. I just think it was just one of those things where they were just a victim of just like cannibalizing themselves, like constantly releasing different versions out at the same time. Because if you remember the EX series, those were good games.
They were.
So, but like they were good games, but because you already had so many different Street Fighter games out, like not to mention some of their other like, you know, fighting games like between Rival Schools, Power Stone, and so on and so forth, you basically were cannibalizing themselves.
You know, honestly, what I miss most about those EX games is the super canceling. Super canceling.
Oh yeah, the super canceling.
So much fun.
Yeah.
What I miss about the EX games
is saying
the
Alex. Alex is who he was thinking of. Supposed to be main character. Yeah, he was supposed to be the main
character.
He
was in Street Fighter 3. Yeah,
and people rejected him.
Yeah, all the fans were like, "Fuck all that." Yeah,
should have been Sean.
Right.
Should have been Sean in my.
It should have. Yeah.
But now Sean's sister is more important than Sean. So
indeed, you know, honestly, if we were prognosticating about Street Fighter 6, who do you guys want to be in it? Like a lot of people are saying they want Fei Long back. We never got Fei Long in Street Fighter 5, which honestly is kind of surprising to me that we never got him.
Out of the original 12 or 16, actually, Fei Long and T-Hawk were the two that did not return. I mean, obviously, I want any character that I'm currently playing to be in it. So that would include Akuma, Laura.
Gen?
Not really. Gen is a character that's actually supposed to be dead by now.
Yeah, because he had some kind of disease.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and supposedly died fighting Akuma based on the lore.
No, Akuma fought him to the point where he could have killed him, but didn't kill him because he realized that he was sick.
He was dying,
and he was like, "I'm not fighting nobody that's not at their best."
Right.
And he left him alone, and then he supposedly died of his injuries later.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have overlooked that. So okay.
Any longtime character that hasn't been in that you would like to come back?
I want Mike and Joe.
Ibuki was one of my favorite characters.
Ibuki's already in it. Yeah, but you want Ibuki back for 6?
You want Ibuki
just
for 6?
as long as they give me the people that from the past I'm used to playing with and seeing and kind of know their moves and stuff, I'm good.
Dudley's
like
in 5
Fei
too,
Long.
right?
When they clipped that,
Dudley's
that was
in
one
5?
of the things that kind of dropped me away from Street Fighter for a while. And then they had a couple characters that, you know, made me come back. And then I saw Elena and was like, oh no, another Dalzim. And then I sat out again.
Dude, Dalsim has become a beast in this most recent season.
Yeah.
Dalsim is at the point he can play zone or rush down. And that's scary.
Yeah. That man can cover all 4 corners of the screen. It is ridiculous.
With him now.
Dude, he has a million different ways to light you on fire in that game.
Yes.
This junk is insane.
My man can cover literally all four corners of the screen. It's ridiculous, man. It's like, that's way too OP.
Bro, yeah, they would put too many of them because I just happened to read something I didn't realize in the main series of Street Fighter has been 80 characters. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine if they put all 80 in there?
Not in this art style.
Right. That'd be way too crazy. I was happy they put Karin back in. They put her in 5. I was very happy about that.
Yeah, she returned from the depths of Alpha 3. Her and Mika.
Yeah, that was seeing Mika in there was. I love her supers. Her supers are great. Her supers are funny. But I guess the one character that that I would love to have that we haven't gotten back yet is Guy. Like, I would love to get Guy.
Zeku took his place.
Yeah, I still want Guy, but I want Guy. I want Guy. Yeah. I don't want Zeku. I want Guy.
Well, no, I understand that, but like Zeku, because Zeku is a stance change character. Mm-hmm. He has some of Guy's stuff, and obviously has some of Strider's stuff technically.
Right.
And then they gave him, a couple of his own unique things. Zeku's actually a really solid character. Mm-hmm. And I've seen like combos with him where it's like they switch between the two different styles 3 or 4 times in the combo, and it's amazing. So I mean, as much hate as Street Fighter V got and deserved when it first launched, as bare bones as it did.
Oh no, it's an excellent game.
Now is insanely good.
It's an excellent game.
So its final balance patch I think is next month.
Yeah,
it's an excellent everything
patch.
out.
Yeah, excellent. Like
Oro
absolutely excellent.
Akuma's ass.
Akuma versus Oro, Grappler Baki as you cover. Oro's pretty solid in Street Fighter V. Mm-hmm. He's not as you could get real ridiculous with him in Third Strike. Mm-hmm. He's pretty ridiculous now, but he's not as insane as he was in Third Strike. They toned him down just a little bit.
Hey, it's Monday.
Mr.
Ball time.
Malt.
Yeah, no, it's my friend Monday. Do we expect Street Fighter 6 to stay PlayStation exclusive? Good question.
I don't think it will.
Good question.
It's less likely this time around.
Considering that Sony now owns Evo, that's another good part of that. I think it could.
It depends on if Sony's going to put that money into it like that. But here's the problem with doing that. Excuse me. Street Fighter is especially with the way this new one looks, is going to be a very expensive proposition to make a game, and there's not enough PS5s out there to sustain it.
Oh, was Monday in the stage? I didn't realize that.
For a hot second.
Oh man, he needs to come back. So I ain't talked to him since for a couple of years, like on the phone or physically by voice. So if he comes back on the stage in the next few minutes, put him on. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. I think Sony's going to play nice. Microsoft has them bent over backwards with Call of Duty. Man, don't nobody care about no Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's
nobody
taking a
in
year
this
off.
room maybe, but people out there love that.
Well, no, Call of Duty's super hype, but Call of Duty's actually taking a year off. I don't think they're doing one this year.
They need to.
Hey, you know what? Do you know? Here's another game that I think a lot of people that's literally getting ready to drop next week, and nobody seems to be talking about it. Gran Turismo 7.
Nobody in this room plays Gran Turismo like that.
Like, do you remember the days when Gran Turismo was like
first
the shit?
one, and I was like, man, this because it was too realistic, and I was just like, and then I played the one that came packed in with my PlayStation 2, and then I returned it.
Gran Turismo 3.
Was that 3?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I returned that PlayStation 2 and got a one without a pack in. So
remember because that was the thing. There were two different versions of not versions, but two different releases of that. There was a red box one and a blue one.
Yeah.
The blue one was the standard one that everybody had, I think, and then the red one was the rare one. Mm-hmm. And I think that might have been the pack in.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gran Turismo has never been fun like that to me. It's straight up a car simulator. It's just like, dude, if I need to drive, go out and drive for real.
I like friggin' fast balls to the walls racing games.
Burnout.
You want to like an arcade race?
Those are the fun ones.
Yeah. Burnout was my game.
Ridge Racer, Daytona, and Burnout.
Yeah. Go ahead, Fallen.
No, it's like I completely agree because here's my thing, and I would love another Burnout, but I think isn't Criterion still under EA?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, I don't trust it because the thing is that
that's
like
fair.
EA,
No, that's
EA
fair.
as a whole is on my shit list. I can't trust it.
No, that's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Did he hop back on the stage so we can?
No, he didn't. Okay.
Did not. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
we're gonna have to wrap it up in the next minute or so. That's okay.
Yeah.
Preem says I'd rather play Midnight Club than Gran Turismo.
Heck
Damn.
Yeah.
Midnight Club was
Dub
awesome.
Edition was one of the greatest things that I had. In those
Dub Edition was good because they finally came to Detroit.
Did anybody like
music, man, that soundtrack? Was great.
That Need for Speed Underground or?
Oh yeah, I remember. I used to play that a lot too.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Underground was Need for Speed Underground had one of the hardest downhill races ever, and it was like it was very reminiscent of that downhill race that they did in Fast and Furious 3.
I mean, we kind of don't talk about that downhill race.
Well,
I mean, thinking about that, like I had a soft spot for Need for Speed Carbon when that dropped.
which one?
Right.
Carbon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carbon
I
was
had like
Carbon.
a real soft spot for that one. I actually like that one.
Yeah, Burnout was fun. Just the crash. Just doing
Burnout
the crashes.
Revenge was my shit.
Oh, Revenge was great. All the Burnout games were actually really fun, but just doing the crashes was.
Yes.
I love doing that.
Burnout 3 Takedown. Oh, greatness. Burnout Paradise was Burnout Paradise was wild because it was like completely open world. And you could start a race anywhere on any street corner. It was kind of sweet.
Yeah,
but all right, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to end the show, everybody. Obviously, we've got a giveaway to finish up.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and do that. I'll close the giveaway, and it actually once we close the giveaway, the little thing will go away over there on the right.
I don't know if I should be giving people 4 things in one giveaway.
I mean, that's totally up to you. It's totally up to you.
We'll see.
And we will draw a winner from the 14 tickets purchased, and it is Wolverine Solid X for his birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
And I should show the percentage.
Well, I guess he's getting this stuff in.
7.14%.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, the 7.14% chance of winning.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Happy
That
birthday
is
for
awesome.
this man.
Congratulations to you, and happy
You got
birthday
yourself
to
a
you.
Batman giveaway pack, I guess.
Yeah, so Batman giveaway pack is yours for the taking.
Cool.
So
If
congrats
he's still
to you, and happy birthday.
said he earlier
obviously.
said he was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably laid out all that.
right.
Bud Light.
Right. He may have forgotten. He may have forgotten that he even entered.
Right.
So.
All right. So obviously we're getting ready to end the show. So next week, if you guys haven't had the chance to see Uncharted, go ahead and see it because it came out last weekend. I saw it last week. GQ saw it last week. I think Dido hasn't seen it yet. Fallen and Amarok, you've got until next Wednesday to see it because we're breaking down Uncharted. Yes, we're breaking down Uncharted next week, and we'll also be doing our Batman speculation show for this week. So
we're talking about
make
the
sure
Batman.
Yes, the Batman, which I actually get to go see on Monday. Actually,
Okay.
Make sure you come back next week for another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. GQ's got a message for our patrons.
Absolutely. Y'all can't be me. I'm sorry. There's only one of me available. But if you'd like to be awesome like me, and our Culture Junkies level patrons and above, DeMarcus Smith, Fab Nerd Life, Nanette Nat, the Iguana Man, and the other Steve, you can go over to patreon.com/Culture Junkies, and there's 5 different tiers to choose from. And for as little as $1 a month, you can support a Culture Junkie. But we appreciate the support, however it comes in, whether it be through likes, love, shares, comments in the chat. Of course, subscribing to our channel here on Twitch. And, of course, supporting us on Patreon. Appreciate you guys. And not only am I wearing this awesome limited edition 10 Ring shirt, Dido can tell you how you can get some of the other interesting merch that we have.
I'm going to make this fast because I had to use the bathroom. That right there is a cell phone. That right there is the website. That right there is me scrolling. It's culturejunkies.net/merch. You can also put it on your cell phone and you can scroll. Those are actual t-shirts that you can buy and put on your body. You may be cold, you put it on. You may be warm afterwards. Then you might have to wear more clothes depending on where you live. Because it might be even cold with.
Looks good under a jacket, though.
Whatever. But you can buy
It's a
one.
nice stylish accessory.
So, culturejunkies.net/merch. Check it out. Okay, thank you.
All right, so obviously, thank you for that. We will be back with another great episode of Culture Junkies Live next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, talking about the Batman and Uncharted. Make sure you follow us on our social medias to get more updates and see what's coming next. For my friends, the Great Adakuji, GQ, Fallen Marvel, and King Amarak, I am Kishiro. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
I'll also have to make sure that next week, when the store is open, do a little bit, have a little more clearer instructions for how people can redeem the sound effects and everything. Because I think there's a lot of things out there that you guys will really enjoy. I know you guys didn't really get to catch any of those points in for those, but I think you'll like them. Some show perks and stuff are there, like being able to take over the show, like for me, or getting Dido to get some kind of stupid mumble rap right here live on the stream for 30 seconds would be fun too. So you're welcome. Wolverine, happy birthday one more time.
Happy birthday to you, sir.
Happy birthday, sir.